Abdullah, stop hanging around. It's time for Quran.
Okay, coming. Let me just finish. Ah, my hands are getting blistered. Anyways, I'll be right back in the lesson.
بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum. Read Al-Quran the easy way. Lesson number 23A on starting rules. I am so happy. But do you know why? Because this 23 lesson is the last lesson of this series. That's why I'm so excited. And for starting, we also have rules, and we will learn them in this lesson. So the first word in any ayah will have a harakah on the first letter in general. For example, we have this ayah, and we can see that there is kasra under alif. And it's very easy. We already have kasra, so we can start smoothly, like this. إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرَ. And the next ayah, we can see that there is a harakah on fa, which will help us start smoothly. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. But if you stop in the middle of an ayah, then go back a word or two to maintain the flow of the message. And when you do that, you may face two special cases. Case number 1. If the word starts with alif and lam with sukoon, or alif and lam with shaddah, then start the recitation by putting a fatha on the alif. Let me give you some examples. Let's take an example of starting with alif and after it is lam with sukoon. So this is an ayah. وَقُلِ الْحَمْدِ. So let's say I stopped here because I didn't have enough breath. And then I go back a word or two to maintain the flow of the message. And when I do that, I see alif and lam with sukoon in the beginning of the word. Oh no, I'm stuck. What will I do? Lam needs help. It has sukoon. Yes. Then we put fatha on the alif and we start with a. And we say it like this. الحمد لله سيريكم آياته. Very easy. Whenever we see alif and lam with sukoon, we just put fatha on the alif to start. Let's take an example of starting with alif and after it is lam with shaddah. So this is an ayah, and let me read it. شهر رمضان الذي. So for example, my breath got out, and I have to stop here. Then I will go one or two words back to maintain the flow of the message. And when I do that, I find alif, and after it is lam with shaddah. What do I do? Lam has shaddah on it. Alif won't be able to help lam. Oh, yeah, very easy. Then we just put fatha on the alif, and we start with a. I'll read it like this. الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. So, as you can see, I just put fatha on the alif if we got stuck like that. It's just exactly like when there was alif and after it was lam with sukoon. Let's take another example when there is alif and after it is lam with shaddah. Let's read this ayah. وَلَقَدْ عَلِمْتُمُ الَّذِينَ اعْتَدَوْا. So I had to stop here because my breath was out. And then I will maintain the flow of the message. So I will go one or two words back. And when I do that, I will find alif. And after it is lam with shaddah. So what will I do? I will put fatha on the alif and I will start with a. And I will read it like this. الَّذِينَ اعْتَدَوْا مِنْكُمْ. And so on. Very easy, right? So now let's learn what we learned. So we can see that if we have alif and after it is lam with sukoon, we just put fatha on the alif. And similarly, for if we have alif and after it is lam with shadda, then we just put fatha on the alif. And if we put any halqa on the alif, it turns into hamza. Remember? So in this lesson, alhamdulillah, we have learned case number 1. Next lesson, I'm going to teach you case number 2. So stay tuned. May Allah help us to recite, understand, implement, and propagate this Quran. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.